Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Rosh from the Poor Millennial Mom, and this channel is all about cash stuffing, budgeting, and debt repayment. I am a single mom on a journey to paying off $89,000 of credit card and student loan debt. So if you're into following me on that journey, I would love to have you. Alright guys, today we're doing my January 2023 budget, and I cannot believe that we are coming up on January of 2023. Can someone tell me where 2022 went? Because I feel like it was just June and I was just graduating, and now suddenly we're coming up on a whole new year and I don't know how I feel about it. I turned 30 in February, so that probably also is not helping. Anyways, so let's talk about my income first of all. In January, my expected income is going to be $2,083 from my full-time contract. That's paid bi-weekly at $1,041.50 every 2 weeks. Part-time job / freelance. So I freelance, I work, I guess political consulting is the best term for it. And then I also have a part-time job at a theater as a bartender / supervisor. I also know that January is when we get our tip out. We get tipped out quarterly. Don't ask me why. I have argued with them over all the time because I'm like, tip us out every paycheck or every month, and they disagree. Anyways, so my tip out will be coming in January. I know it's coming. I don't know how much it'll be. It'll probably be on the last paycheck of January. So don't worry, I'll make a video when I get it. Child support, as per usual, is $250. That's it. He doesn't pay anything else. Benefits is $491. So these are my child tax benefits, which in Canada is paid out every month. It wasn't just a COVID benefit for us. It has been like an actual benefit to families since about 2005. And let me tell you, it really helps. Before I got divorced, it was $1,000 a month, but now my ex-husband and I split it. So that is that. That brings our total of income, or assumed income for January 2023 to $3,524. Okay, now let's move on to category 1 of 5. I have 5 categories in my budget. This is just the way that it works best for my brain. And so category 1 is the must pay. So these are the things that I must pay every single month. I have made some changes here. I have moved my bus pass, which wasn't previously on here, as well as my credit card minimum payments onto my must pay category. So that being said, let's go through it. Rent is $875. That is my half of the rent every month. Groceries is $400. I have been stuffing $300, and then I end up spending another $100 here and there to pick up stuff, extra snacks, that kind of thing. So that's why that's $400 now. Internet is $60. Again, that is my half of the internet bill. We both work from home, so we need good internet. Utilities is $200. Yeah, I don't have much to say about utilities except that they're expensive. My personal cell phone is $65. Health insurance for myself and both kids, because I am self-employed, is $270. Tuition for my kids' school, they go to a private school with more services available to them, and that's $300 for both children and includes the cost for transportation. My monthly bus pass is $39, and I qualify for the low income bus pass. Usually it'd be $110, so I'm pretty glad that this brings it down to essentially $40. And then my minimum payments for my credit cards, we have the MasterCard, Fido MasterCard at $75, RBC Visa at $238, and Tangerine MasterCard at $75. And that brings the total from must pay to $2,597, leaving me with $927 remaining. I would love to bring these numbers down. I just don't see how with the cost of everything going up. So if you have suggestions for me, I know like one of the big suggestions is get rid of my credit card debt. Working on it. Other than that, if you have ideas for things like rent or insurance or that kind of thing, let me know. I would love to hear it. Okay, now we have variable. I'm not going to be putting as much money into my variable as I used to. Because I'm just noticing I'm not leaving the house very much. January is a very cold month. And I'm going to chill at home. I'm probably not going to meet anybody or go out for coffee or anything like that. So we're putting $100 into personal. This is going to be auto transferred into a bank account for me onto a debit card. Because I'm noticing a lot of places aren't taking cash, and it's just getting inconvenient if I happen to forget my wallet with the envelopes in it. And plus this way I can track a little bit better where I'm spending my money. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how it goes. Actually fun is going to go into an envelope because generally the fun will be something I do with the kids. So I will be able to plan for that and like pull that money out when I need to. So the total for my variable expenses is $150, leaving me with $777. Debt repayment. We are not putting anything extra towards the debt snowball this month. If you're interested in why, I will be making a video on that, but long story short, I am noticing I need to prioritize savings over debt repayment because my emergencies are always inevitably very expensive and I never have enough money to cover it. So I need to focus on building up that savings buffer just a little bit more before I can really focus on paying down debt. Otherwise, it's just kind of a disaster for my finances when something like our car breaking down, or my kid needing a dental surgery, or me needing to get an emergency hotel room because a drunk guy fell asleep in my Airbnb. Yes, that actually happened. That was $500. That was certainly an experience that I hope to never repeat. Anyways, so we're not putting anything towards debt repayment. So let's move up here to sinking funds and savings. So as I mentioned, we're going to be focusing on this. Travel, $25. Christmas, $25. Health, $25. Car, $25. 10% challenge. This is 10% of my gross income. Net. 10% of my net income. So at $3,524, that comes to about $350 in 10%. Once my 10% is currently used to fund my emergency fund, once that has been filled up, we will be reallocating the 10% money elsewhere, probably into other savings goals or towards debt repayment. Just kind of depends on where my priorities are at the time. Big Cat, that is my son. For his birthday in September, I have fully funded his sister's birthday envelope, which is, her birthday is in March. So now we're gonna fund his, then we're gonna focus on funding Christmas, and then we'll see where we're at. And the last one in here for savings is investing. I put $100 a month into a tax-free savings account, into some dividend-paying stocks, and that's just an auto draft out of my bank account every week, every Monday. So I am not going to stop that because I'm almost 30 years old and I have close to zero saved for retirement. So the small amounts are going to build up over the next few years, and so I'm just going to keep doing that because start early, start often, prioritize this. If there are 18-year-olds watching, just put like $20 a month away, okay? Just trust me on this. You won't regret that. Okay, so our total for sinking funds and savings is $600 with a leftover of $177. And then we have the nice to have. These are the ones I don't necessarily need, okay? This has apparently been controversial. I don't need these things. They are nice to have. They make my quality of life happier, and they make the people in my life happy. And I like making the people in my life happy. You know, my kids, my parents, my family, they do a lot for me, I can do a little for them. Anyways, household gets nothing. I never put anything into household. I don't really need anything for my house. Accepted Society, $30. That is an accountability group for academics. And as I am doing a bunch of research in the January through April period for Map the System, I need help staying on track. Instant Ink, so this is printing. I print a lot for work. They reimburse me for this, so we're good there. Disney Plus, $9. My kids like Disney, so do my parents. My dad is a big fan of Marvel movies. Who am I to deny a man his Chris Evans, you know? Amazon, $5. Amazon Prime Video, whatever. My family uses this a lot. I'm just constantly getting emails because my mom is ordering stuff off Amazon, so, you know, props to her. I don't know how she does it, because I go on Amazon and I look around and I'm like, none of this is appealing to me. I'm gonna turn it off now. Kindle, okay, so Spotify. I listen to music while I work. I like listening to music. My partner is a musician, so having access to a streaming service with popular artists is actually kind of important in our household. Kindle Unlimited. I read a lot. So between Kindle Unlimited and the public library, I think I'm going to be good for books, and that actually is one of my resolutions for my low buy 2023, is to not buy any books and to only read free books or read books that are given to me or found in like little free libraries. So Kindle Unlimited, yeah, over the course of the year is going to be about $120. I spend way more than that on books every year. Like, y'all, a good paperback is like $25. So if I read like 8 books on Kindle, it will have paid for itself. And I just read it on my iPad, on this iPad, in fact, or on my phone, and it's great. And the last one is convenience. So I already know, I was actually planning on bringing this down even more, but I already know I'm going to have to take a few Ubers in January. Part of my job, my full-time contract, is I do shows. And they don't happen often. There's like maybe 7 or 8 shows in the year. But part of that is that I have to bring all the stuff. So I have to bring the programs, I have to bring the step and repeat, I have to bring, you know, the laptop and the ticket printer and food and beverages for the artists. I have to, you know, it's just a lot. So, I will probably end up taking an Uber there the first night. It's a 2-night show. The first night to do the setup and have it all available, and then train it back the first night, train it there the second night, and then take the Uber back on the second night, if that makes sense. So basically it'll be 2 Ubers and 2 train rides, and then that should be it for Ubers, unless we can't find a car sooner rather than later. If we can't find a car, I may end up Ubering more depending on the weather and like what's going on. Fingers crossed I don't. I'm going to try and get around on bus as much as possible, or like getting rides from people, or doing things virtually as much as possible. So that means that our total for our nice to have is $169. Without the convenience, it would be $69, which, to be honest, I don't think is a lot per month. For things that bring me and others joy. So that leaves me with $8, which is quite nice. And so we have our little income minus expenses equation here. So my income was $3,524. My expenses were $3,516. And the amount I had left over at the end of the month, or will have left over, is $8. This is nice. I like having a little bit, even if it's $8. It'll probably be more than $8, but this formula is set up so that if the number is less than 0, it turns a bright red, and that tells me I need to rework my budget. And in fact, I did have to a couple of times before I could film this video, because the numbers just weren't working. and we got there. I had to cut a little bit out of savings, and I had to cut a little bit out of my variable spending. So that happens. Budgeting is not a set thing. It's definitely a iterative process. If you are interested in this spreadsheet, you can find a link down below to my Etsy shop, and you will find the sheet there available. It's a Google sheet. I believe it's $1, so it's not expensive at all for you to try out. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions or comments, anything you want to say. Let me know how your Christmas went, or if you had a Happy New Year. And I will see you again soon. Bye!